Coming up on Season 3, Episode 2 of The Monthly Dragon, reporter Rylee Smith traveled to pumpkin picking on the square last Saturday.
Next, we recap this year's homecoming events.
Plus, we talked with Coach Lowe and the Lady Dragon soccer players about their past season.
And we interviewed Miss Bagby for your staff spotlight. All this plus your national headlines coming up on the October edition of The Monthly Dragon.
Halloween, this is Halloween, this is Halloween, pumpkins scream in the dead of night. This is Halloween, everybody make a scene, trick or treat, tell the neighbors gonna die of fright, it's our time.
That was This is Halloween from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Hello and welcome to the October 2024 edition of The Monthly Dragon. I'm Mars Ostrowske.
And I'm Ryan Hensley. On to our first story of the day.
Last Saturday, the city of Greensburg held their second annual Pumpkin Picking on the Square Festival, where many people from the region traveled to see American Idol winner Noah Thompson perform on West Court Street. Reporter Rylee Smith attended the festival in our first story of the day.
Last weekend, Greensburg celebrated its second annual Pumpkin Pickin On the Square Festival, bringing together the community for a day of fun, food, and music. The festival started last October, occurring the week before Halloween, seeing more traction each year. This month, Greensburg Mayor John Shuffett announced that Season 20 American Idol winner Noah Thompson would perform at the festival, which brought in many people from across the state and region to watch him play. I had the opportunity to talk with Noah Thompson about his performance and his new single, American Dream. I'm here with Noah Thompson.
Okay.
So, I hear you're from a small town too. How does it feel performing in our small town?
Feels good, man. It's like, I'm coming from a small town in general. I come from Louisiana, Kentucky, so it's always nice to get to perform in small towns. It just brings you right back, It feels like home. That's why I like to you right.
So I hear you've got a new song coming out soon. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, it's a song that I just recently cut in the studio. It's a song that I'm very proud of. It's called American Dream. It's coming out November 1st, so very soon. So I'm super stoked to see what people think about it. I've been promoting little bits here and there on my TikTok and everything, so people seem to like it, so we're excited about it.
You can find and listen to his new song, American Dream, on all major streaming platforms. From Dragon Eye Media, I'm Rylee Smith, reporting for The Monthly Dragon.
Now we shift over to our next story. Last month, students participated in homecoming week activities to support our Dragons as they competed against the Barron County Trojans. Unfortunately, due to impacts from Hurricane Helene, school was canceled on the day of the game, postponing the events a week later. For our next story, reporter Broden Woodruff relives the excitement of Homecoming 2024.
Earlier this month, the Dragons faced off against Barron County Trojans in the annual homecoming football game. Throughout the week, students participated in spirited dress-up days including Red, White, and Blue Day, Scholar or Baller, Rhyme Without Reason, Hero vs. Villain, and Green and Gold Day. Unfortunately, impacts from Hurricane Helene disrupted the festivities, making landfall in the southeast and bringing heavy rains and winds to the region. Schools were closed on that Friday, but the football game and the highly anticipated homecoming court went ahead as planned. Senior FFA representative and Dragons Hall coach Jade Bryant was crowned homecoming queen. The homecoming celebrations continued a week later with an assembly in the gym. The cheerleaders led the school with class chants, while the student council led the school with relay races, limbo, and the Fear Factor Challenge, which made a triumphant return after a 20-year hiatus. Each grade also showcased their male cheerleading skills in a spirited competition. Here are the highlights of the performances.
I'm sexy and I know it.
Later that day, the senior and sophomore classes squared off in the Powder Puff football championship game. The seniors emerged victorious, claiming the gold. From Dragon Eye Media, I am Broden Woodruff, reporting for the Monthly Dragon.
Thanks, Broden. For this month's Staff Spotlight, reporter Autumn Arnett spoke to Miss Bagby. Roll the tape!
So, Miss Bagby, how long have you been teaching?
This is actually my 4th year teaching.
Really?
Yeah, pretty
For a
new.
year or longer. So what's your favorite part of the job?
I love seeing my students go past high school and actually go out and get careers in the healthcare field.
Okay, so what do you teach here?
I teach all the health science courses. So we teach medical terminology, principles of health science, emergency procedures, body structures, which is kind of like an anatomy class.
Okay.
And then we teach the nursing assistant class and phlebotomy. And those 2 classes our students get certified in.
Miss Bagby, what's some of your favorite objects in your room?
Okay, so one of the things we use really frequently in our nursing assistant class, and I also teach my principles of health science students how to do vital signs. And when we're doing that, we use this blood pressure arm here. And these arms are able to give us a pretend blood pressure reading and a pulse. So it kind of brings things to real life, and it's a way that I can actually see if the students are doing the skill correctly. Okay, this guy here is Choking Charlie. He tends to be my student's favorite guy. He looks very realistic, especially when you come in from the other side of the room and see the back of his head. Looks like a person standing there, but he is in fact not real. But he chokes, and the students get to actually perform the Heimlich on him, so they get a real life experience with him. Okay, and this is our linen cart. We use this in our nursing assistant class. This is probably my most favorite object in the room, and that may sound silly, but before this we had very large cabinets and things were very unorganized, and this is really realistic to how it is in the nursing home or hospital setting with a linen cart like this and with all your supplies that you need on it, and it just made things a little bit more real in our classroom, and it's allowed my students to stay a little more organized and get the supplies that they need easier.
Bagby, do you have anything you would like to say to our lovely viewers out there?
Only advice I have is join the health science program and join HOSA, and we have lots of fun. We do lots of neat things.
So, how would you assess the team's overall performance this season?
I think that we all did really well. I think that we played our full potential this year, and I think everybody showed how we could actually play and the potential that we have going forward.
Yeah, and to bounce off of that, I mean, we played our toughest schedule that we've had. We played tougher competition, and when you play the defending state champions, you know you're going to play that level a lot of times. And we got their team's best. We got a lot of teams' best against us. We realized really quick early in the season that we were the team that most of the teams we played wanted to beat. And so we kind of had a chip on our shoulder going into the season with knowing how good we could be, and then to just actualize that and see it throughout the season and end the way we did. You couldn't ask for a better run.
So, what were some of the key factors that contributed to the team's success in securing the district state champion?
I believe like team chemistry, like just relationships and just getting along with everyone. That helped a lot with communication on the field and just clicking with passing and everything.
Yeah, in the preseason we worked really hard, just getting in shape. A lot of us came from track before, but the whole team worked really hard together and just really encouraged each other a lot too, to be in the right shape to be able to play really hard.
So, what are your expectations for the team's future, and what steps do you plan to take to maintain their success?
Well, I see definite building off of what we did this year. Obviously, the goal every year is to win district, and once we got a taste of that, and, you know, losing who we're losing, but also returning who we're returning, they have that. They know how it feels, and I know that these 3 and the other ones that are going to join us in return are wanting to repeat that. And so I think the expectation going into next season is to repeat as district champs and then to make more noise in the region tournament. I think we have the team set up to do that for next year.
So, how does it feel for you all to be recognized for your individual achievements?
It feels great, honestly, because it's just a really new program. So, I mean, we've only been around for a couple of years, and it got shut down early too in middle school with COVID, and we've worked really, really hard to get it to where it is, and he's put in a lot of work too also to get us to where we are. So it's just really great to have that kind of recognition.
Well, in the work, I mean, you put some of the praise on me, but the praise definitely goes to you all. I mean, both of these were recognized for all region, standings, all region players, and then Emma here was voted on first team all region, which is a really big deal, especially as a sophomore. That doesn't really happen a whole lot. And, we got about 7 more who were on honorable mention and 2 that were on second team all region. So it's just to have, 13, 14 players who are recognized for their hard work and what they've achieved, it just continues to build the program. Other girls will see that and be like, I want to be a part of that. I can get that recognition. And it's just going to add. It's good to add.
So, what were some of the challenges you guys faced more so as a team this season?
I think mindset and going into certain games thinking, because I'm not trying to brag, but we did win a lot, and then there were certain teams that were I'm not trying to say it wasn't as good, but we didn't think there was going to be as hard of a competition, and we struggled with playing down a lot to their level.
So, what was the team's mindset going into district championship? And how did you guys prepare for that, mentally and physically?
I'm going to jump in on that first for the district championship game. We played the first round of district, and we played a team that we mercy ruled, 8-0 victory earlier in the year, and then we beat them 1-0. They came in with a good game plan. To kind of go with what Callie said, we kind of walked into that game thinking we beat them, like a drum the first time, we'll do it again this time. And we were kind of knocked around a little bit, and it was a physical game. I think JC walked out of there with a card. That's always nice. But to go into the district championship game, I think you all, more so than what me telling you all, I think you all walked in with the mindset of we can't do what we did on the previous game. We have to be more alert, and we have to have things click. And I think that district championship game was the best game you all played all year.
You were looking at a fire that closed the I-471 bridge between Kentucky and Ohio, which has halted traffic indefinitely. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet said the fire happened under the bridge on the Ohio side of the span. Cincinnati Fire and EMS said the fire was under control. All northbound and southbound lanes of I-471 are blocked according to KYTC. Traffic on I-471 northbound is being rerouted off the KY8X exit 5. The I-471 northbound closure begins at mile point 4.2 and extends to the Ohio side of I-471 to mile point 5.1. The ramps from I-71 to I-471 southbound and from US 50 east to 1471 southbound in Ohio have now also been closed.
Now, let's take a look at this month's newest hits, starting off with albums Chromacopia by Tyler the Creator, The Great Impersonator by Halsey, Moon Music by Coldplay, and Beautifully Broken by Jelly Roll.
And that's our show. You can find us on social media using the handle @DragonCountryReport. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell.
And from everyone here at the Monthly Dragon, don't forget to slay the day. Have a great rest of your day, and thank you for watching.
Thanks, Broden. For this month's Staff Spotlight, reporter on...
My stomach hurt.
Blooper.
I am the one hiding under your bed. Round sharp and eyes glowing red.
3, 2, 1.
Coming up, wildfires in California are causing mass evacuations due to high winds.
And President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris are passing the torch to President.
In this town, don't we love it now? Everybody
That's why I hate this class, but I'll love it.
Halloween, red and black, slimy green. Aren't you scared? Well, that's just fine. Say it once, say it twice, take a chance and run.